and I'm still listening to, Temptations and Curtis Mayfield, all that right there. And when you raised on the Curtis Mayfields and the Temptations and Sly and the Family Stone, it's hard to become a gangster. You know,
Mm.
it's hard to become a gangster. I don't know how this thing. I'm trying to kick this thing out to keep popping back in. They say, oh, so anyway, I'm gonna leave them off screen. So yeah, Doc, my musical influences, man, my USB drives in my truck are so diverse, it's just ridiculous. It has no consistency whatsoever. I'm not a all rap fan, all R&B, all black music. I'm not. I'm just a music lover, and everything comes in. I had a song that was influenced by Three Dog Night, and I bet you ain't a person on this damn, including you, know who I'm talking about.
Ooh, I know Three Dog Night, the group, but the song. You have a song, huh? That's influenced by them?
It was Lonzo Told Me Not to Come. Okay. It was patterned after Mama Told Me Not to Come. Okay. All right. Lonzo Told Me Not to Go. Fat Rat, my boy Fat Rat did it on my last album, and it was like he was trying to do something. Fat Rat, don't go to that party, man. That party ain't Lonzo's gonna be some girls that look Fat Rat. And he got he tells this crazy ass story about how this party got crazy. Lonzo told me not to go, and that was the hook. Lonzo told me not to go, but that's why because that shit happens, in real life. People go to that party. That party, based on where it is, who's giving it, that's probably going to be a problem. And everybody know more than you do. Oh man, it's going to be all right. It's going to be some honeys there. Woo 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 woo. And okay, all right. And that was the story behind the Lonzo Told Me Not to Go.
I love that.
Inspired by Three Dog Night.
Damn. Let me ask you, we had a birthday party at our house, a family member who is celebrating their birthday around the same time as Christmas. So we played, as our people love to play, we played Happy Birthday by Stevie Wonder. Best birthday song ever, in my opinion. But yeah, we don't. For anyone who doesn't know, we don't do the Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday. We do the Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday. For anyone who doesn't know, but we played that song, and a younger cat, significantly younger than me, asked me in a respectful way. He asked me, "Why did people love Stevie Wonder so much?" And I was just a little bit too young to answer that question. I said, man, that's a good question. I understand the music. The music is beautiful, but I think I need to talk to someone, older in that sense. So that's why I'm bringing that question to you, Lonzo. Why did people love Stevie Wonder so much?
Stevie Wonder's album, Songs in the Key of Life, that would probably be the number one source of the love. Because before then, he was doing the Motown thing. He was doing Everybody Say Yeah, that kind of stuff. Okay, and that was a party jam back in the day. That was a party jam. Okay, then he had Hey Love, but when he hit Songs in the Key of Life in that era, because that was like the late 70s, if I ain't mistaken. I was in high school. That just resonated, man. And Stevie has always been about the love of the black people. He was a part of the Martin Luther King birthday movement, and he was that dude that you couldn't hate on him. He blind. You can't hate on the blind man. I'm giving them what he do. You can't hate on the blind man. You can't hate on him. Okay. And he just always expressed love for his people, for the community, whatever he was involved in. His radio station's been around forever. He will not sell it. They offered him millions for their station. He's the only black-owned station independently black-owned station in California, and probably this side of the Mason-Dixon line, to my knowledge.
For anyone who doesn't know, what station are you talking about?
KGLH.
Yeah.
Joy, Love, and Happiness. All right. He's been a part of, he's been on that since the 70s, man. And he struggled. It wasn't always a cash cow. It's been struggles, but he still hung in there. And he just all his songs are about love, man. When you got somebody that just promotes not just sex but love, it makes a big difference. It's a big difference, and I think that's the image. He's been promoted as that, and I also think because he's blind, that also gives him a little bit more of an insight that people. He gives them more of an insight to people's hearts than the average person.
Gotcha. You know, owning a song, owning your own song is big. Owning a record label is big, but owning a radio station, that's huge,
That's huge.
especially 40, 50, whatever years ago we're talking. Do you know how, can you explain to us how hard that must have been back then, if you know?
You know, back then, radio stations were a lot easier to acquire. You might have bought it for $500,000. That was a lot of money back then. I don't know
Yeah.
for sure what the original price was, but you bought the license. You had to be licensed to a city. KGLH is licensed to Compton. Okay, did you know that?
I did. You from this
KGLH,
show, obviously.
right? KGLH is licensed to Compton, and they had their main office was originally on Crenshaw, right next to the Angelus Funeral Home,
Mm.
and it was always been a community station. Just been there for Martin Luther King when my boy Lee Bailey was on there doing his Martin Luther King I Have a Dream. I saw the mountain. I forgot what it's called. He do a show for Radioscope. Top of the mountaintop, or I had a dream, something like that. But it's always been that black station. It's always been that black centerpiece for the city of LA, and that's another thing. You know, he's always been you'll see Stevie if you go out of the station, he'll be over there hanging out.
Mm.
You know, he's not that kind of cat. He's not a hands off type of person. He'll fall through there and hang out. He comes to events. You know, I got pictures with him at from the men's empowerment and the prostate cancer walk.
Thank you, Alex Valentine. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That's a new name right there that I don't recognize. But he has a question. Let's give him some love. Alex Valentine says, when Arabian Prince was on your show, did you ever ask him who that rapper Sideshow on his last album was? I'm dying to know.
Sideshow. No, I didn't ask him who Sideshow was. I'm trying to his last album. Knowing Arabian Prince is probably just a handful of people because he likes to run. Him and Unknown and Big Slip and a few other folks, they got their clicks and they dip and dab in aliases all the time. So it might probably one of the homies just didn't want to use his other stage name, but I can find out for you, Alex. I appreciate the donation as well. Much love to you, but I'll find out. I can find out. That's not a problem. I ain't got my phone on me right now, or I would call him.
Yeah, that's a real hip hop question right there. This Alex Valentine dude knows his West Coast hip hop, man.